Hi, Mavs. It is great to see you today. I am super excited about our new writing unit, right? And units. And so we're going to kind of go pretty slow. And some days we'll do more writing, some days we'll do more parts of speech and grammar. So today, what I would like for you to do, this is the blue writing folder that was sent home on your take-home package. So if you don't have this with you, you can go ahead and pause this video and go and grab it. Okay? All right. So, Mavs, today what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on nouns today. What are nouns? How do we use nouns? How can we use nouns to describe and think about ourselves? So, what we're going to do first is let's talk about poetry, right? So now we're going to talk about nouns as they relate to poetry, but we're also going to be talking about what poetry is. So what do you think? What is poetry? What do you already know? It might sound something like this. I already know. What do you already know? Maybe you might know that poetry has rhyming words. Maybe you might know that poetry is descriptive or artistic. It's an artistic form of writing and sharing our thinking. It can rhyme or not rhyme. It has stanzas. Okay, so maybe that's like our background knowledge, right? So right now we are going to go ahead and think and learn a little more about poetry.
What is poetry? Poetry is a piece of writing written by an author called a poet. But what is the purpose of poetry? A poem is written using rhythm, rhyme, and other artistic language to show feelings and emotions. It's often short, but some poets write long poems too. Rhythm and rhyme are a part of many poems. Rhythm is the beat or sound pattern of a poem. Lots of poets use repetition and similar word sounds to create the beat or rhythm. Here's an example. A candy bar, a piece of cake, a lollipop, a chocolate shake. Many poems that have rhythm also have rhyme. Rhyme is having the same sound at the end of two or more words, like bike, hike, and rad, dad. Our poem from earlier has rhyme with the words cake and shake, and it makes me feel hungry. Another common element of poetry is alliteration. Alliteration is when the consonant sound is repeated at the beginning of words. Like Tracy the tiger made a terrifying sound. There are many types of poems that poets write. Some common poems are acrostic, couplet, haiku, limerick, narrative, free verse, humorous, and lyrical. A narrative poem tells a story. There are characters, problems, solutions, and a beginning, middle, and end. Free verse poetry doesn't follow a pattern. You won't see rhythm or rhyme in these poems. Humorous poems are funny, silly, and make us laugh. Lyrical poems express feelings and emotions. They're sometimes sing-songy with their rhythm. Let's look at an example. I have a little frog. His name is Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and gobbled up the soap. And when he tried to talk, he had a bubble in his throat. Let's look for some poetry elements in this humorous poem. Here we see rhyme, rhythm, alliteration, and a character. We know that a poem is written by a poet using rhythm, rhyme, and other artistic language to show feelings and emotions. Poems are usually short, but they can be long too. Listen for descriptions and decide how the poem makes you feel. It could be silly, or sad, or even glad.
All right, Matt. So what we have found is that poetry is a type of writing that is artistic. It attempts to stir the reader's imagination or emotions. Poets choose their words carefully for specific meaning, sounds, rhythm, and or rhyme. So go ahead and pull your learning target back way back onto 1, 2. I can learn about and use nouns in my writing. Woo! So today we're really focused on nouns. Now, what is a noun? A noun is a word used to identify a person, a place, or a thing. For example, Mrs. Miller, a grocery store, a shoe. So if you can think of persons, someone that you might know, a dad, Mrs. Miller, Mrs. Nauer, mom, Emerson, Anya, right? Or a place, Chicago, the grocery store, the park, the swimming pool, Elitch's, or a thing, shoe, chocolate, cookies, candy, balloon.
Children's songs, sing and move along. Children's songs, take your. A noun is a person, place or thing. What is a noun? Everybody sing. A noun is a person, place or thing. A noun is the name of a person. Like this. Teacher, scientist, singer, mother, president, dancer, sister, brother. A noun is the name of a place. Like this. Library, schoolyard, restaurant, hall, office, stadium, classroom, mall. A noun is the name of a thing. Like this. Bicycle, pencil, pumpkin, car, football, computer, iPod, star. What is a noun? Everybody sing. A noun is a person, place or thing. What is a noun? Everybody sing. A noun is a person, place or thing. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below.
Alright, so now we know. Nouns are people, place, or thing. What we're going to do right now is I want you to think about nouns that might describe you. So I want you to start thinking about yourself and nouns that you would use when you talk about yourself.
Place, thing, or idea. A noun can be something you see, feel, hear, taste, or smell. What are some nouns for things? Well, nouns are naming words. Chair, table, apple, and chalkboard are all nouns. Right, shirt is also a noun. So are shorts, sock, and sneaker. Leg, arm, hand, and light are nouns too. Girl is a noun that names a person. What are some nouns for people and animals? The park is crowded. There are a lot of people here. I see a man, a woman, a baby, a boy, a magician, and a rabbit. Right, Moby. Nouns can name animals too. I see a squirrel, a bee, a butterfly, and a robin with a worm. I also see a pigeon. Nouns can name more than one person or thing too. One kid rides a bike. Now, two kids ride bikes. I see one roller skater, but I see many dogs. You're right, Moby. The park is a fun place to hang out. What are some nouns for places? A place is somewhere you can go. Home, store, and fire station are all nouns that name places. A school is a place where you learn, but there are places inside the school, like the library, gym, or cafeteria. The park sure is one of my favorite places to hang out. Right, this is Madison Park. What are proper nouns? A proper noun is a noun that names a specific person, animal, place, thing, or idea. We always begin a proper noun with a capital letter. The names of people and pets are proper nouns, like Mia, Moby, Annie, and Senior Maurice. So we capitalize the first letter of each name. Madison Park is the specific name of this park, so we use uppercase letters at the beginning of each word. Names of countries, states, cities, and streets are proper nouns, so they're always capitalized. Names of buildings or monuments are also proper nouns. Cracker is not a proper noun, so it begins with a lowercase letter. But crispy wheats is a specific name, so it's a proper noun that gets capitalized. A lake is not a proper noun, but Golden Lake is a name, so you capitalize it. My friend Moby shares his sandwich with the ducks. The words friend, sandwich, and ducks are all nouns. Oh, I forgot to capitalize your name. Names are always proper nouns. It's important to look over your writing to make sure you capitalize correctly. Moby, I think that's enough now.
All right. So now, Mads, here's what you're going to do today. You are going to think and you are going to create a noun circle map for yourself. And I'm going to show you what that is going to look like. One of the things that also came home with you was a list of these thinking maps. We're going to use these in our reading, in our writing, and everything else. So it's this pack. If you don't have this pack with you right now, go ahead and grab it real quick and then pause this video. So here's your assignment for today. Okay? Your job is to use your circle map and you are going to create a circle map of you. So for me, and remember this is using nouns. So I'm going to write Mrs. Hampton. And the exit ticket that we had said at least 7 nouns. Okay, so you can use it to create nouns that have to do with you, your family, your home, anything like that. So I'm going to think I am a mom. I'm not a professional dancer, but I'm going to put dancer. Because if there's music, you would probably find me on the dance floor. Okay, I am a teacher. I like to go and be at the library. So I can think of places that I like, things I like. Okay, people, like who am I? People I am, right? Or that I care about. Okay, so I could write Mackenzie. I can write Carter and Paul. The names of the people in my family. Okay, I could write Places that I like to go. I like to go to the library. I like to go to Hawaii, Spain. Okay. Places that I like the beach. I like mountains. And remember, these are all nouns about me. Okay? So I like the gym. I like cookies. So if I'm thinking about places or things now that I like cookies. I like veggie sandwiches. I live in Erie, back to places. I live in Colorado and I'm from Colorado. Okay. I like the ocean. I really like warmth, so I could say the sun. Okay, I like flowers. So you can see if you think about places that you like or that resonate with you, and we're doing our family share, so you could do places where your family's from, places you like to visit, places you like to go, maybe the park, maybe a basketball court. Okay, or I think of things that I like. It can be foods that you like. It can be things that you see outside that bring joy to you. It could be your favorite toys. It could be like if you like Legos, puzzles, coloring, books, markers, and then people. So people that you are, like you could say, I'm a Metal Arts student. I am a student. I am. You could put people in your family. You might be consider yourself, if you're a sports player, you could be like a soccer player. So anything that is. So this is your only job for today. I also have a fun nouns activity that is optional if you want some additional practice in nouns. But for today, you will just take a photo of the circle map that you create with as many nouns as you can think of, knowing that the minimum number of nouns is 7. I am super excited to see what you say about yourself. Bye, Maths. Until tomorrow.